Nestled between picturesque Nha Trang and steep jungle-clad mountains is the Vietnamese Ranger Training Center at Duc My. At first glance, the center can exude a holiday atmosphere, but this atmosphere is dispelled by the sight of soldiers sweating it out through an ingenious variety of physically and mentally testing training devices. It's dispelled just as firmly by the occasional chatter of machine guns. Training is tough, thorough, and realistic. Nothing like real bullets flying overhead to teach a man to keep his head down. A few grenades to soften up the enemy, and then a bayonet charge. Vietnamese instructors and advisors from the Australian Army training team keep a close eye on the Rangers, working their way through recruit and refresher courses, reconnaissance patrol courses, jungle, mountain and swamp courses, or a 22-week course in the Taekwondo form of unarmed combat. The training is seldom dull. With Australian help, the Vietnamese Rangers become experts at rope work down sheer drops. The techniques have been used by mountaineers for many years. Now, in a counter-insurgency setting, they've become just as much a part of the modern, elite military unit's means of scaling natural barriers. And it's not just for the hale and hearty. The technique can also be used when carrying an injured comrade. How's this for speed? Not all the students become instant experts. There's always someone, and who could blame him, who'll get his rope or his nerves in a tangle. But when trouble comes, an instructor is always at hand to leap to the rescue. Tangle clear, and a helping hand to the ground. Australian, American and Vietnamese instructors have still more thrills in store for the Ranger students. The 3-strand wire footbridge, itself a nerve tester, leads to what is called the slide of death. An Australian warrant officer checks for safety, grenades are thrown for battle simulation, and the slide of death is on. "300 feet along the rope in a fall of 60 feet. And it feels good to have that over. Now, on to the serious business of assaulting a fortified village. Sharpened bamboo stakes are the first hurdle. Expert Australian eyes watch while Ranger students make a search of a hut. And their first mistake. A booby trap, says the instructor, one to watch in a real action. The search for hidden enemy in the mock attack continues and is soon successful. He's to be searched for weapons and documents. Steady on, the Australian warns, but don't relax your guard. Too late, he's escaped into the labyrinth dug beneath the village. Another Ranger, playing the part of a Viet Cong killed in the initial attack, is covered in case of a trick and pulled over by rope for searching. His body could conceal yet another booby trap. It's a grim-looking business, even in training. After the preparations at the Duc My Training Center, the Rangers, with their Australian and Vietnamese instructors, fly to Forward Outpost for the climax of their course, a heliborne assault exercise. On several occasions, these exercises have turned into an operation against a real enemy. Exercise or real, Australian advisors are there when it happens, passing on their knowledge, techniques and skills to members of the Vietnamese Ranger Battalion.